We are live.
Woohoo! And we're live again.
We're live. We're live on YouTube and we are live
on Facebook. Very blurry.
Why is it blurry?
Clear that camera.
It's really annoying.
The camera's been drinking as much as we have, clearly. Professional start to the podcast. There we go.
We're done.
Lovely.
We're in.
FilmBusters. Yeah, that music bit is so not what it sounds like, but yeah, we'll take it.
FilmBusters.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Adam.
That was definitely not right, but we'll take it. Oh my god, you know what I've forgotten?
What?
The questions.
Oh Lord. Well, we'll keep the podcast going while Paul.
Do you want another beer?
Rushes to get the
Do you want another beer while I'm up?
This is what happens. Paul goes to get the questions. The ringleader of this fucking thing runs away. Adam spills beer on himself. Goes to the fridge to get some more beers, and Ben is left to host the podcast for like several seconds, and then Paul returns to save me.
I've got the questions.
And here he is. Paul's got the questions, and the questions round is this thing where you ask us questions. Me and Adam questions, and whoever gets it right, we get one guess each, and whoever gets it right gets a point, and if neither of us get it right, you get a point.
That's right. What score are we on at the moment?
I believe it's 24 for me, 24 for Adam, and 23 for you. So these questions are going to be game-changing, so let's see what happens.
Okay, quiet in the room. In this month...
The month of March.
March 2002.
Yeah. Two?
History was made when two African-American actors took home both of the year's top acting awards, but for which films did Halle Berry and Denzel Washington triumph?
Training Day.
Oh, fuck, he's right. And Halle Berry's is Monster Ball?
Oh my god.
Is it Split?
You both got a point.
So what do we do? Let's take it. We'll pull away from him, and that's what counts.
Said, I was just going to say Denzel Washington.
That was it.
So what's that? 25, 25, 23?
Yeah.
Do you go for next day's question and just...
No, that's it.
Is that it?
That's all we get.
We're technically in Saturday now.
Oh yeah, we are on Saturday.
I'll give you one more question.
Yes.
I don't want to actually quite
I'll give you one more question.
This is the chance to split us again.
Let's try and split you up.
Is there two answers to this?
Here we go. Shh. Quiet in the room.
Quiet.
Here we go.
In the room.
From which film? First one to say it. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Shrek.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes!
That's too easy. Why did you say
It was too easy, wasn't it?
It was too easy. I thought it was like Step Brothers or
It was
something.
so easy that
Is it Shrek as well?
No, I'm sorry, but it was Snow White.
She's in
That was
Shrek.
the official answer.
I'm
Shrek.
I'm sorry, Adam. That was the official answer.
26 to
Well
Benny
done.
now.
Well done. Okay, should we move on to news?
Let's do it. News.
Can you pass me that newspaper?
Excuse
me, can you pass me that newspaper from over there? I want to know what's going on at the pictures. Thank you.
Danny Boyle is going to direct Bond 25. Will be Daniel Craig's last turn as James Bond.
Is that actually official?
Yeah.
I saw loads and loads of things going on about it, but I didn't know it was actually official.
It's actually official.
It is official, yeah.
How'd you
I
feel
quite
about
like
that?
Sam Mendes.
Sam Mendes had his fill. He did one good one and two bad ones. So it's time for Danny Boyle to step in. Danny Boyle brings something new to it. It'll be interesting.
He's been in talks to her for so long.
There'll be loads of heroin and
To do it.
or there'll be a zombie apocalypse.
Heroin, yeah.
Or some guy will get his arm stuck in a thing.
It'll be
Or
interesting
some guy
to
will win
look at.
millionaire.
He'll do a good Bond credit sequence.
Yeah.
He'll do very nice.
Very nice.
He is actually going to go on.
Coming out of
He wants
the
to be a millionaire.
toilets.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. But Daniel Craig is cheeky because he should have been out after that Spectre. And he realises the film's fucked up. It's a flop. So he's like, let me come back for one more. And in the interview, he was like, yeah, I never said that I was going to bow out. You fucking said you'd bow out, mate.
We've actually
You
got
said
two
you
people
would bow
viewing.
out. Yeah, but Danny Boyle, it will be interesting because it will be visually he'll do something unique. Danny Boyle will just be an interesting addition to the whole
Who's
thing.
going to be the villain? Does not say.
No.
That's the most
But it's
exciting
Robert
thing.
Carlyle. Imagine Begbie as the fucking villain. Imagine that.
Just
Fucking
throwing
hell.
his beer over the
Yeah,
balcony.
but he's already been the James Bond.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I
Yeah.
keep on. But if he comes back as Begbie, people will be
Kevin
like,
Spacey.
well, which one is he?
Imagine
I
Kevin
fucking
Spacey.
told you you were
Imagine
Bond, you
Kevin
dust
Spacey was
cunt.
it.
Oh my god, listen, do you know who's going to bring him back? Tarantino will bring him back in 10 years.
He'll bring it back in his next film.
No,
Tarantino won't be
Bring
around
what
in
back?
10 years. He'll be quick.
Spacey. You got to think, after a prolonged period of time, someone, even if it's an amateur director, will be like, fuck it, I'm putting Spacey in my film.
So we finished with that James Bond conversation?
Yeah, that was
I think we got
interesting.
a bit distracted. But
Okay,
Interesting.
this is
Been
even more
there.
interesting.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Devil's Reject sequel is filming. It's called Free From Hell. Captain Spaulding, Baby and Otis all returning.
Wow.
And do you know what?
We love it.
Spoilers from Tomb Raider, they're all going to break out the tomb, and that's going to be Devil Rejects.
What?
I don't know.
That was a lot better in my head.
Let's just move on.
Also
Let's just move on.
We also spoiled the film, but I'm saying they'll get trapped in the tomb.
Oh, right,
they'll
I
break
see.
out
I
and they'll
see.
be from hell.
Very well done.
And a Johnny Depp movie reference now as well.
Very well done. From hell, yes.
I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited. You need to watch it. It's fucking good. I don't think you like it. Not your thing. I don't.
Should you watch
think,
it tonight and snuggle?
Yeah, you definitely won't want to snuggle with that.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to. I haven't seen that movie in a fucking decade. But that's very exciting. Is it Rob Zombie?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. Very good.
Of course. Finishing
Much
off the
fun.
trilogy.
Yes. But without giving away anything, which I won't, it's hard to think how they could do a third one with all of them returning.
And the
Yes, I
Devil's
know.
Dead.
But then the title kind of
What was the title?
Free from Hell.
Oh yeah.
The Devil's Acceptance.
The Devil's. Well, they were the devil. Yeah, sure. They were the Devil's Rejects
I
originally.
love Adam just making the comments. Never even seen the film.
Yeah, but
Just
that's true.
guessing.
The Devil's
Just
Acceptance.
good guesses. I like the guesses. They're
Just good
nice.
guesses.
He said in Rejected.
That'll be
that
very
was the
much
first one.
That'd be very fun. I liked Rob Zombie, and I liked all of his films apart from the two Halloween films.
I'm very excited for it as well. I cannot wait.
We'll go to the cinema, and actually, that's one film that we'll go to the cinema and see, and then you will be the one who goes, I don't want to see that, and then we'll go, oh, you have to do it for the podcast, is what people want to hear.
I'll go see anything for the podcast, sake of the viewers. Jenny joined.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. She's joined. Hello, Jenny. You've
Hello,
joined the
Jenny.
podcast now.
Well done.
Everyone's going to go on best behaviour now.
And she's right in time for our next segment. Not new segment.
Do it.
Next segment.
News.
News we do not give a fuck
Give
about.
a fuck about.
Okay.
News we don't give a fuck about.
Eddie Murphy script completed for Triplets.
I always-
Schwarzenegger and DeVito returning.
Please let me Charlie
What?
Day should be in there, just because it'll be like, even though it's going to be obviously Eddie Murphy.
A quadruplet.
Listen, I knew this was coming. This was coming
I
for
know.
years.
Ages
Eddie
ago,
Murphy
yeah.
was meant to be in it.
Yeah.
What's confirmed about it? What's happened?
He's
That
written the
means
script. It's
absolutely
completed.
confirmed. He wrote
Completed
the script.
Yes.
Now listen, he
Is there a
wrote.
lot of-
Have you seen Life?
No, I haven't.
I think Eddie Murphy wrote that, and it's probably the last great fucking thing that he did, like 20 years ago, when they were in a prison. Him and Martin Lawrence, and it was very fucking good.
Really?
And Junior was good. Not Junior. Twins was good.
Surely he's written other stuff since then, and it's all been
Is
rubbish.
Twins
Yeah.
the one where Danny DeVito's really rich? And he's
No,
like,
Danny
smiling?
DeVito's like a bum. Like he's
Or
like
the other way
Frank.
around then. And one of them's really rich. and lives on like an
Schwarzenegger
island.
comes from an island.
He's
yeah.
like absorbed all the
Okay.
goodness from.
Yeah, I
He
remember
that.
sucked all the greatness
Okay,
out.
Like
Yeah.
Danny DeVito's at the table, he's like, we're in the sperm milkshake, and you've got all the good shit, and I got all the bad shit. And it's a very good film, though. I like that.
This is terrible.
I don't want to see
this
that.
This is terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Who wants to see
I
this?
do want to see Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger back together again. but I
Yeah,
don't want to see
that'd be
Eddie
nice.
Murphy.
It'd be nice, but it'd be terrible.
Yes.
So we don't give a fuck about
We don't
that.
give a fuck about
We don't
Eddie
give a
Murphy.
fuck about that.
and
News.
but I
We
will
don't
look forward to
give
seeing
a fuck
the two
about-
twins back together, but not Eddie Murphy.
Lovely.
Yes.
Which moves us swiftly on to trailers.
Good, good, good.
We don't give a fuck about.
What's our trailers theme tune?
Well, I don't give a fuck about Caravan, so why are you showing me that trailer trash?
What was I thought you said I don't live in a caravan.
No, I don't think so, do I?
I think so.
I don't live in a caravan, so why are you showing me that trailer trash?
So we have watched Sorry to Bother You, the trailer.
We've watched that. Just now we watched that,
Yes.
It looks very interesting.
Yeah.
It looks a bit of fun.
The actor's name is Lakeith Stanfield. He was in Get Out.
yeah. Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't you?
No, I must very quickly. I will go into... I will see it.
Overhyped.
No, I
Yes.
don't think so. I think you're wrong.
Terry Crews.
I like that.
He looked lovely. Army Hammer.
Yes.
Stephen Yen. My best friend Glenn.
I know.
You hate him.
I'm sorry, I don't like him.
And then obviously David Cross is the white voice of
Oh yeah,
the main
David
character.
Cross is the white voice. Very good.
Yes.
So this is a film, for people who don't know, this is a film about, from what I could tell, a black guy who goes into sales, and then Danny Glover tells him, if you want to sell, you need to have a white voice.
Yes.
So he puts on a white voice.
And it's so obvious that it's
And
not their voice.
Yeah, it's obvious it's not their voice.
It's
and
so
it's David
off-putting,
Cross,
I can't-
Tobias from Arrested Development doing the voice, but I wouldn't go and see that
No,
film.
I won't go see it.
I kind of like the concept, but I will not go and see
It looks. If it was actually them doing good voices,
Yeah.
it'd make it look a lot better. But the fact that they've dubbed voices over the
I
top
know,
is so
and so
off-putting.
badly.
It does
I
look,
know.
it looks like it could be like very mismatched and kind of that can make it good, but at the same time it's probably just going to miss the mark. And
It's that oddball
I would go
thing.
see it though. If someone said, "Do you want to go see it?" I'd be like, "Okay, I'll go see that."
It's
Maybe not actively choose to go see it, but I'll go see it.
I'll go and see it if you go and see it.
Okay, we'll go see it
I
together.
wish you carry on what you were going to say.
What was I going to say?
You kept about to say something and then you just stopped.
He was talking.
I know.
I forgot what I was going to say. There was something nice. You know.
Yeah, it does. I'm not going to see it. It looks kind of interesting. It has a good kind of concept and it looks a little fun. Not bothered.
I'm not for one. I'm not for... Interesting, but I'm not for one. I saw Danny Glover on stage.
Did you?
Yes.
For what?
What was that
It was
voice?
a play. I know.
Yeah, you sound like Bane.
It was a play called The Exonerators, and it was about people who were on death row. It was people on death row, their real letters that they'd written, and it was just all these actors on stage, and they were just reading them out. And he was playing.
Did you see that like when you were Elf Street? Because I remember you going on.
No. I'll tell you something about that. This is completely irrelevant to all this shit. The night that I saw that, this was like 12 years ago. As I was going into the theatre, Rihanna was coming out, and this is Rihanna when she just started, when she was like in Britain.
On the replay.
Yeah, no. Before that, what was that? SOS, when that was her big hit, and she was coming out of the theatre at the same time. She had no minors or anything around her, right?
And you shouted Riri.
Yeah, I shouted Riri. Yeah, before Riri, the term had even been invented, I shouted that.
You hate Rihanna.
The ridiculous notion.
Luke wants to play Fortnite, by the way.
Luke, not
We're
now.
having no Fortnite
Not
discussions.
now, Luke.
Fortnite is shit. We're not children. We're not watching cartoons. We're talking films. Fucking.
Okay, we're moving on
Fortnite.
to Ben reacts to a trailer.
Yes.
And what are you reacting to, Ben? The Avengers,
the Avengers
Infinity
one.
War trailer.
The new Avengers trailer.
Yes. Here you go. He pretty much hates any superhero film.
So this is Avengers, yeah? The new Avengers film. The third one.
Okay,
I've seen
Adam,
the first one.
Adam, you can have a headphone, but just you're not reacting to it. Ben's reacting to it, okay? Good
The right way
boy.
around.
Start. Here's the world upside down. It's going the right way round. There's Mark Ruffalo, who we met on the Graham Norton show, and who works at BBC. Very lovely guy. Don't know what that is. A stone.
Strange office.
An infinity stone. Who is this woman talking?
She's from Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. Robert Downey Jr. She's from Guardians of the Galaxy, so that was a shit film.
That's the big bad guy.
I hate all of this. I
Who's
hate
that?
all of this already. Spider-Man. We've seen him in like 6 films now. We don't see it anymore. This is ridiculous altogether. What's that?
What's his name? Who's the guy that thinks
The Black Panther. That one, that's
Wakanda
good.
Forever.
That's just do Black Panther 2. I'll watch that. Hate him so much. How can anyone be excited about this? And this is a kids' film.
It's Dave Bautista, by the way.
I know that he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Bautista bomb you.
This is so much like soundtrack just overwhelming the trailer to make it seem exciting. Over the top CGI, characters that I hate, actors that I hate. None of these characters will die. One of them will die maybe at the end, but it'll be a to the side character, Iron Man probably. They'll all save the day.
Iron Man's the main guy.
Doctor Strange.
That's Voldemort.
Yeah, it was Voldemort. Iron Man's suit is big as fuck for some reason.
You've got to fight the Hulk.
And this is all like Robin Hood meets the superheroes. It was, wasn't it? It was. It's like in the forest.
Robin Hood.
I can't remember his name, but he's bending Black Panther's fingers.
I'm Peter. Is that meant to be funny? Is that meant to be funny?
I don't know.
That wasn't funny.
You should get tickets on Fandango.
Hated that.
There you go.
The trailer
That
we saw
is-
in the cinema was better than that.
Yeah.
That really plays up comedy and shit. I'm not interested.
I hurt my ear, got a ringing sound.
Yeah, very loud for the thing.
That
I'm
is
not interested.
That is not the review. It's very loud.
No, I know.
It's very loud in my ear.
Apparently really hard to please.
Well, these two like superheroes very
That's
much.
coming from your girlfriend or your fiance.
And I hate. Oh yeah, so hard to believe, but it's true. I've not. Look at all these comments over here. My goodness. I don't care for these films, as you know.
Yes.
I like the Black Panther, and it's in that world, so that's good. But
I can tell you
yeah.
that people
That
are
world
going
is
to die in
out,
this
by the
film.
way.
These films.
yeah, because it's going to be the last one.
Chris Evans
And
said he's
they
going
can
to
kill
go.
him
Yeah,
off.
there's part 1. There's going to be a part 2 as well.
Yeah, and Chris Evans
Is there
has
Yeah.
actually said he's not doing any more films after these. Which
Well, that's because he's got to get back
leaving.
into the DJ booth for Radio 2.
Yes, indeed.
Quite. Who is he? Thor?
No, he's Captain America.
Captain America, right, okay. Yeah, that's Chris
Who is
Hemsworth.
he, Thor?
And who else is not coming back? Iron Man. From
Well,
what
no
I've
one
heard.
knows. There's no actual telling of who is going to be gone or who's going to be dead.
Well, it's only fitting that some should die because how long can you string on these films? Because there's been 19 Marvel films, I think.
Yo, this is what everything's been building up to, really.
And
this
no
whole
clump has
universe
died.
thing
Yeah,
is leading
that big
towards this
guy
one film.
with the big gems in the hand.
No,
Thanos.
Yeah,
Josh Brolin. He's been strung along for 19 films. This is the first time you've actually seen him in a film. This is the big bad guy you start up from day one.
He's not much of a bad guy. He's just big and purple. And they're going to kill him by doing so. I'll tell you what happened, right? That fucking raccoon and the green woman will team up with fucking some arbitrary character like Hulk. And Hulk will die and the raccoon will plug some stone into the back of his neck and he'll go, oh, and all these lights will start coming out of his head and everyone will go, oh, yes. And then the Hulk had to sacrifice himself for that. It's like, what is this shit, man? None of this makes sense. Compared to the Dark Knight films, how is this... I know, I'm not going to... And anyway, no, I don't feel bad. Because, exactly, yeah. So I don't feel precious about saying this because you hate it anyway. Your hands are freezing, my son.
They'll overcome all their things that have been dragging them back throughout these years and they'll overcome them together to fight the power.
Yeah.
Fight the power that beat.
Well, good, enjoy. You, if you like that shit.
You're going to go see it.
Oh, well, I have to.
Yeah.
And you're going to go see Deadpool. And you're seeing Deadpool 2, by the way.
I'm not seeing Deadpool 2. That's the one I won't see. I don't have to go and see that one.
We'll get a replacement.
I'm opting out of that.
We'll get a replacement in that week.
Well,
I will go and do
Adam's
anything.
Week. It's Adam's week that he goes, oh, please, Deadpool 2.
Because my week was, you were never really here. We ended up seeing fucking
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
A film that wasn't even in.
it was here.
Oh, yes, we haven't addressed that. So we were supposed to see... was it? Never Really Here?
You
Not Really Here?
You were never really here. We were meant to watch that for this week's podcast.
But for some reason, it's not showing in cinemas anywhere.
That's behind my case.
It is, just in London, not in the sticks. Not up in Scotland, where we are at the moment. We're recording this live and direct from Dublin, I was about to say. Edinburgh or
He's the only person in the village with internet connection.
Mm-hmm. Only person in the village.
What's next?
We're going on to Tomb Raider.
We're
talking about Tomb Raider.
The main event.
This
is the
main event. Get ready to rumble.
Adam's going to do a little plot summary.
The main event. Here is our feature topic, plus Adam might do a rubbish plot summary.
Are you fucking serious?
Adam, we just saw Tomb Raider.
Okay.
Tell us what the plot was, without burping.
There wasn't really much of a plot. Her dad went to go investigate this island. He's dead. She goes, oh no, finds his dead stuff. He's all his work.
Round.
She then goes to Japan to follow her dad's legacy, gets waved away by a guy in a hand. Which is like the best part of the film.
This is an accurate representation so far.
She gets chased around for a bit by some guys trying to steal a backpack.
And cut her tongue out.
Can I also say about this film, the dialogue in this film is diabolical. The dialogue in the film was actually terrible.
It was.
Yeah.
Every time they were meant to say a line, I was like, nah, that's just awful line. It was like the game probably had better dialogue. But yeah, anyway, so then she goes to this island, she gets kidnapped in a shipwreck. Her dad is dead again, but then she finds out her dad's not dead. And then they find the entrance to the tomb, and they're like, "Oh, put in the code."
Yeah, guys, this is spoilers right now. By the way, this is well into spoilers. Totally. It was just a plot summary.
Just don't worry.
Now it's
the film isn't that good tomorrow.
You don't want to worry.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're going to shoot your dad if you don't give us the code." And she's like, "Okay, I'll give you the code."
That tells you everything about how we felt about the film. Then the fact that you're describing it like that.
And then they go into the tomb and they realise it's actually a really bad idea and they should probably listen to him in the first place and not gone into the tomb. And then everybody dies apart from her. Yes. And they get away and they come back to London. And then they do a really bad setup for a second film.
Yes, it was really bad.
Yeah, it did.
So this is say right now that we're just going to go full on spoilers here. First, let's rate it.
2 out of 10.
Whoa!
I was going to give it like a 5. We said
I would give it 5.
We said before. The only thing is, as an actual cinematic,
that's not worth that.
The only thing is, as a cinematic experience, it was really good.
Yeah,
it
wasn't. It wasn't.
It was like it kind of like for once, if you just kind of defy logic and accept that the dialogue was awful, the action was like quite good. There was it kept you intrigued the whole time a bit. It just had terrible dialogue, a terrible ending, and Walter Goggins' hair just slowly got further and further back down the back of his head. And each scene is just further and further away.
Well, you give it a lot more credit than I do.
I'd say 5.
Why? Okay.
I was actually going to say 6 until the last 5 minutes.
I was thinking, is that actually the ending of the film? Is that what this film's actually building up to? That she runs away from every falling thing. And the thing I remember about Tomb Raider the most, like playing the game, is there's arrows that come out of the wall.
Yeah,
I remember that bit. That's the bit like, and they had spikes out the floor, not arrows out the wall.
But look, Tomb Raider is meant to be played, not watched, and it's like watching someone playing Tomb Raider, which is like fine for 5 minutes, but then you walk away because you're like, why am I watching someone play?
Also,
Tomb Raider?
has she got skin like Luke Cage? Because she was getting beaten up at the beginning of that film in a boxing match, and she like came away with no bruises, and then she went through a thing, and then she got stabbed a little bit.
Oh man! Okay, hang on a minute. Right. So there's 10 points up for grabs, right? You can give this film 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. You boys choose to give it 5 out of 10.
So you got to hit 5 good points about the film.
Give me 5 good, strong points that count for each of those marks. Between you, come up with 5.
Ooh. There was some fun action bits.
Yep, I'll give him that one.
All right. Tell me one fun action bit.
Like when she's falling through the river and she's trying to grab onto everything.
And then she goes into the plane, and then the plane, and then the plane.
And you've not seen that in a million movies before, where people are going down the river and about to drop off the waterfall?
You see it all the time, but it's still entertaining.
It was, and it was good. It works well in the cinema.
If you never saw that in any other film,
when we were watching the film, if we watch this in 4DX, like all the water gets sprayed.
Yeah, 4DX. Yeah. No. Well, of course, yeah. If you hadn't seen it in any other film, you'd be impressed by it. But that's the thing, right? You said, what are you laughing at?
If it was in 4DX, you would have got that wind on the face from the man gun at this.
Yeah, that was funny.
But all I'm going to say, guys, is probably don't bother going to watch this film.
Maybe we should explain what I just did.
yeah, explain that joke.
Okay, guys, so basically, there was this Japanese man that Lara Croft approached and asked, "Oh, I need to find this ship. And obviously he didn't understand her, so he was like this, and waving his hand in the air.
No, he was like this. He went like this. Like that.
And
that actually
instantly,
I looked over and I just heard
as well. He was smiling, get the big smile on his face.
Yeah,
we instantly all looked at each other and was laughing out loud.
Also, can I just say another point? I said this point cinema. If you're in a helicopter,
talking in the cinema. If
you're in a helicopter and some guy comes up to you with a bow and arrow, what do you do?
What, shoot him?
Fly away!
Wait.
They just tried to helicopter at the end of the film.
If you didn't notice, there was a guy standing next to her with a machine gun.
Yeah, but
she had the bow and arrow, which she never used in that entire film.
Yes, she did. She shot a load of people.
She got...
When she got 2 guys.
She shot one guy.
And then she shot another guy on his side.
And he was
about to kill her dad. And then she actually shot the guy. And then no one had actually been killed in Tomb Raider.
Listen. That was 1 point. Action.
Did you like
4 other points?
Did you like the jump scares?
There was no jump scares.
I got scared at quite a few moments.
You little bitch.
That bit when her fucking eyes went, I was like, whoa.
Oh man, why did her eyes do that?
I don't really know, because they were starting to degrade.
And the thing is, degrade, because it comes into contact with it. So the coffin opens, and when the coffin opens, her there's a corpse in it, and they're like talking like, I told you it was just a body, and then all of a sudden her eyes go and like explode, and then the rest of the face disintegrates. It's like, why would the eyes do that? Why would the eyes suddenly go pop like that? That makes no fucking sense.
Part of the film.
Just to scare Adam. That's the only way to scare Adam.
And it was just to scare Adam.
Come on, that's 1 point.
Yeah, but you can't say I need 5 points to make it a 5-star film.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
That 5 general points.
I thought as like,
to its credit.
If you just like halfway through partway into the film, you kind of realise this film isn't going to be groundbreaking, and you kind of have to go back to being a kid a bit, and you kind of have to think like, just enjoy a film without thinking about it too much, and that's what it kind of did. I would never watch it again.
Okay, yeah, but there's so many films out there that you can watch and enjoy. Yeah, the Marvel films are better than that.
Yeah, they are. But
So why would you? So there's Marvel films. You would give a 5 to Captain America, maybe, hey?
I'll give it probably more than a 5.
Or whatever. Tomb Raider should never even come close.
It is a very liberal 5 because it's kind of like you're in it at the moment, but still, I feel like it deserved more than a 2.
No, but I don't.
But you've watched films where because if you sat down and watched that film, did you lose interest at any point through that film?
Yeah, I was honestly waiting for it to end.
I'll be honest. I was sitting in there and I was thinking, I can't wait for this to end.
I was thinking about it ending, but you still kind of like.
I was bored.
It didn't go slow at any point. It kind of kept up a bit of
pace. Can I tell you why it didn't work for me? Right, and this is why it shouldn't work for.
Okay, quick question. Can we just talk about the fact that when he left her, she was like 8.
Yes.
That 7 years down the line, she'd been like 15, sorry.
Yeah, I know, but that's how they do it in movies. They get like 30-year-old people to play play to
She
to
must
play
have like,
kids.
nah.
Listen, I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
See,
It's gone down.
winning him round. You're going to come down as well. Here's the thing that
It
don't
wasn't
work
great. I'm
generally.
not defining.
No
it
lower than
wasn't
4
great.
out of 10.
Do you know-
There's no lower than 4 out of 10.
The thing about the action stuff that you're saying, right? This is what didn't work for me, right? Tomb Raider, when it came out, which was like, what, mid-90s? The first fucking Tomb Raider, mid-90s, yeah? It came out based on things like Raiders of the Lost Ark. And things like Commando, like the short stick films, all those sort of action films, it was like the video game version of that. And people are like, oh fuck, now I can play this stupid fucking action scene where you leap off this shit and roll into that fuck and do that stuff, right? And you get to play it. And now, after 4 or 5 games of that, they're like, oh, we'll turn it back into a movie. It's like, no. The point of it was that you're seeing all these shitty movie action scenes, which were fine then, and then you get a chance to play it. And it's like, well, we don't want to see it back in a movie now because we fucking saw it in movies 20 years ago. So why are you putting it in a movie now?
I agree. It doesn't need to be a movie.
Well,
it didn't. It never had to. It never needed to be a movie. It's still a well-constructed film.
It was well constructed film, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't give it lower.
So there's my
than
1
that.
out of 10.
Hi, all
And my 2 out of 10 was
Well-constructed.
because of the man doing this. To answer question. We got to find that shit on YouTube at some point. That's got to be on there.
We'll get it and we'll put it in the thing, and you can watch this a gif of the guy going.
Do you want to know what's annoying though? Is I wanted to like this a lot more than I did because I watched. Yes, you were right. I watched Danish Girl last week.
I thought, yeah,
with
her in it.
Alicia Vikander, and I thought, oh fuck, because Eddie Redmayne pisses me off. Something very annoying about him all the time.
I
don't know what it is about
You
him.
do want to punch him.
Always pisses me off. But she was fucking good in that. Have you seen it?
No.
She's really good at like it's her film. She's like still the star. I was like, oh, I'm really looking forward to then seeing her. As well.
Yeah, but do you really think she's going to be a good actress in the film like this?
But that's the thing. She
thing that
is a
put me
good
off the
actress,
whole
and
time.
she still can act well as Lara
Yeah,
Croft.
because what was she given? To be fair, the
But then walk
dialogue
away,
in that
but
film,
then walk away
the
and don't do the
dialogue
film.
in that film is actually atrocious.
Yeah.
When he was like, "I'm going to cut your tongue off,"
I know all of it was shit.
even the little girl, even when he was talking, that the dad was talking to the little girl as a younger version of her. I thought that's just like. That's not how you talk to
Yeah,
people.
the little girl was.
It wasn't
atrocious
conversational.
actress.
It wasn't.
Kids always are.
Yeah, but there's like
for the
good
most
kids,
part.
but that was just atrocious acting.
Yes.
But it was atrocious lines to get given in the first place. It's not conversational. It never flowed.
And here's the thing, like, right, fine. Okay, my dad's disappeared and I think he's dead, but he might have a trace of him on this island. So, right, let me go to this island. Oh shit, I fall down a waterfall and now I'm running away and then this guy catches me and at the moment I murder the guy who catches me, my dad just happens to be standing nearby watching and then he goes scurrying up the side of a cliff. What the fuck's that about? That's sloppy fucking writing, man.
It was a bit. And then he looked like Mel Gibson as well.
I thought he was fucking Luke Skywalker at first. He didn't have big clothes. I
Milking
thought,
cows.
he's about to milk a green cow. And then he goes scuttling up the top, and he's like, "No, he's not really her. She'll go away in a minute."
He was so mental anyway.
He was mental, but then he sobered up like that.
No, but still, he came up with some mental shit. Like, do you know when they first went into the cave and he's walking through, and he was like, "Her breath is still here."
He's like, who says that?
This is what I mean.
You mentalist!
I thought do you know at the end of the film when they open up the tomb? And they're about to see, that guy with the other gun looked like he's kind of like bodyguard. The guy who's working. I thought he was going to shoot him, and that would have been quite.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been like, oh shit. Like, I hope. Do you reckon they'll make a second one?
Yeah. They
Would
will.
you go see it?
No.
Not even for the sake of a podcast.
No.
We
should
What did we say about the
first
film
one.
when we did the trailers? What did you say about the film when you watched the trailer?
I said it looked just like a typical video game adaptation. Nothing special.
I said it looks like a bit of fun.
Yeah. Did you?
It
have
was
fun?
a bit of fun. It was kind of, in some ways, it
In
was.
parts, but at the same time, I was like, I've seen this so many times
Yeah.
before. I can just leave the cinema right now, and I could probably know how it finishes.
Yeah, quite. If you'd left after 20 minutes and come out, I could have said to you, right,
You know
tell
that
me
he's
what
gonna find
happens,
the dad.
and you would have told me the whole thing.
You know he's
Yeah.
gonna find the dad.
You knew
know
that
the
dad
was
was
die
dead
again.
from the off. You knew
You
that
knew
dad
he
was
wasn't
not
dead. You knew he was going to find him, and you knew he's probably going to die in the film again. So there was actually no point now opening the tomb because he could have just died anyway.
Why was he was so adamant about not opening the tomb? Why was he so happy about going through it afterwards?
I know, and also, if he was so adamant about not opening the tomb,
Why didn't you
why,
kill
when
him?
all that shit was kicking off outside the tomb, was he suddenly walking up to the door out of nowhere?
He's
Like, where
fucking
were you?
mental.
He was mental, man. I like him though. He's in The Affair and
Yes,
The Wire.
And The Wire.
Yes, but The Affair's better.
And The Wire's okay.
Yes, but the other thing, I didn't know Walter Goggins was going to be in it.
Yeah.
And he was not very
One
good.
Tom Goggins.
He was terrible. His head did go back every single
I didn't notice
scene.
that. Now that you talk about it, yeah.
Walton Goggins was alright.
He was typical, though.
Yeah, I know, but I like Walton Goggins just because he's Walton Goggins.
Well, from Sons of Anarchy.
Well, just in everything.
Can I tell you the what part? Okay, what part of the film do you think I hated the most? What 5-minute segment do you think I hated the most?
The bit where they were being chased with the fox.
Correct. Fucking
What the hell
What was the point of that?
And do you know what I hated? The fact that we're in England. This is how English people talk.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
do you know what annoyed me? That bit in the takeaway shop when she goes and picks up the food.
Yeah.
And they were like, the family impression the guy to ask her like on a date,
Yeah.
obviously, and then they just nothing happens with it.
I know. It's so pointless. But
And do you know what?
so
also
much
I
pointless
do you
shit
know
in
what?
that
Also, I was
film.
going to think. Do you know when she got? You know when she fell off the plane and she got stabbed in the face?
Yeah, and then nothing after that.
Her
No
dad goes
wounds.
patches her, but she jumped in. He drowned her in muddy water. That's going to infect that shit.
Yeah,
You've
well,
been like roaches in that.
I don't
shit,
think they were that concerned with that shit in that when they were writing that script. That
Do you know what the
straight
cleverest bit of the thing I
cycling
thought
scene
was? Do you know when
fucking
it says on the thing the first letter of his resting place, and
Yeah.
she pushed up the R, found the key.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite clever.
Why didn't he just say, I'm in this island still? I'm not dead.
He made it before he went to the island.
Because it's like, go into my tomb. I'm not going to tell you that I'm alive, but
She
I'm going to
raided
give you
his
some.
tomb. That's actually the film I
raid my
filmed.
tomb. That is
It
clever.
wasn't actually
That
raiding
is
the tomb on the
that is
island.
clever, yeah.
It was raiding his tomb.
Okay, 3 out of 10. Yeah, that was clever then. That was
I
clever.
never realised that.
Yeah, so
Actually-
the fox bit, right? Who does fox hunting?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
London.
who can actually get away? If you
That's
went-
why I hate cyclists in London.
Yes.
What the hell are they riding?
And also,
over
if you
London
went round
like
that corner, you'd be hit by a bus straight away.
You would be dead. You would be fucking dead. And also, she's dripping fucking green paint all over London like it's nobody's business.
What
She
a
should be
fucking
arrested.
bitch.
And then she
Fucking
did
bitch.
get arrested, and then let her
Oh, yeah.
out again in about 10 minutes.
She was arrested only because she hit the police car.
And she hits the police car and everyone runs away.
Everyone runs away.
Do you know what I
And she's
really
not
hoped?
wounded.
Good friends,
I really
great
hope-
friends.
And also, no, here's the worst bit. when they
hell.
crash into the police car, this is what I'm going to say. When they crash into the police car, the acting is so fucking bad by the extras. The 2 police officers get out, and the one in the passenger seat's got a radio here, and he goes... and doesn't say anything. And it's like, fucking at least pretend like you talked into the radio and said, we're arresting someone. He just went... It's like, fucking say something then.
Wasn't Nick, did you quite like Liam Frost in it?
No, I hated that.
No, that was stupid.
and his stupid chav
Do you know what they should have done? It's going to be...
This film was awful.
about
I hated
she
this
was
film.
really
It
annoying.
was not a 5 out
She
of 10.
was really annoying.
Oh, but-
He was quite funny.
No, he was.
No,
Do
and
you
that
know
whole
what?
bit was stupid. Who has that many guns in London? In a
At the end of the film, when she goes, "Oh, I take
in a
the
pawn
toe."
shop, in the
Yeah.
back of a pawn shop,
Yes.
all these really like high tech guns. It's like we're not in America.
No, I know.
We're not in America.
Do you remember
guys.
Tomb Raider with a big gun?
I know that she had those 2. That was her iconic
Yeah.
thing. Those 2 guns.
And it's kind of like, and then she's going to cut her trousers in half, so she's got some short shorts, and then, I don't know, grow some tears or something, whatever they had.
You wish, Adam.
He wishes.
Yeah, but that's like, that's
He
what
was
you remember.
beating it to pixels back in '98. Fucking
Who's
Adam.
typing
I'm
that cheat
free.
code in for it to be known?
Let's open that cheat code in. How come they built that in? The thing is, it was meant to be based on the PlayStation game that came out 4 or 5 years ago. It's nothing like it at all. At all.
That's what I
Yeah.
think you were going to say about it.
Yeah.
I never actually played a full Tomb Raider game. I played like levels and
I
like,
played a lot of
demos
Tomb
and
Raiders,
stuff.
but it was nothing like that most recent one. And I was very disappointed the butler didn't.
There was
make
no
it.
butler.
I was waiting. You know when she drove up to the big mansion, I was like, oh, there's going to be a fucking butler with a tray of tea
She
in there.
just bring the
It never
guns-
happened.
She brings the gun straight out. Bang, bang, bang!
And he just drops and he gets up again with the tree. He was so fucking round, that butler. Short and round.
Go in the fridge.
It was actually a marble that made a pixel round.
Oh shit, people aren't going to get half of these references that we're talking about. We really don't give good exposition. I hated the boxing scene opening up and the talking in the locker room. Who's got my apple? I should have known it was you. What fucking shit was that? Yeah.
I mean,
oh,
that's what I mean. The dialogue the whole time throughout
This
the
is
film.
my apple.
That's the only thing that left you. I think you would have liked it more if the dialogue was a bit more engaging.
I wouldn't, mate.
You might have done a bit.
Didn't it just strike you as fucking like
It was very
Indiana
average.
Jones, like half as good as Indiana Jones?
It reminded me like the fourth Indiana Jones.
Well, exactly, and that's no good thing. It's like we should have fucking evolved since then. They were making these films 20 years ago. Indiana Jones was that and fun with some humour, some
it was original.
some good story, original. This is like
It was a writer who doesn't understand human interaction.
They didn't understand.
Like the dialogue that was coming out of people's mouths.
I know.
Horrendous.
Even the bit when he was like, I remember the bit where she hid behind the racking in the tent. He said something, and I thought immediately that is a line you hear in a video game, but not a video game with dialogue where you literally, like the original Tomb Raider, there'd be like one line of dialogue every like 10 minutes, and he'll say something completely random like, "Oh, we're moving camp."
Yes, I thought that.
Like you
that
overhear
was like
a conversation with like in a Call of Duty game of a general in the background. That is what you hear. That's what most of the dialogue was like.
But I think the film should have been more like that. It should have been framed more like a video game. Then I would have kind of gone with it like, okay, I saw what you're doing.
Do you know when she opened up the video camera? They had the footage from the game.
Spit it out.
The footage from the game in there, like a little bit of.
That would have been nice. There should have been some reference to the
footage from the game.
Of, like animation.
Like, what the fuck?
I can't see that. There's a one big blob.
It's me.
It's a computer generated version of her dad. What is this right now? What am I watching?
Yes.
And then we actually
the old pixels.
And then we actually got to see Ready Player One. It's a whole different plot twist into Ready Player One.
Man, this was not a good film. Don't go and see this film.
No, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, the more I'm talking about it, the worse it's getting for me.
Yeah, 5 out of 10 these boys give it. If you're giving this 5 out of 10, right? You gave I, Tonya 7 out of 10 2 weeks ago. Are you saying this film is just 2 points away from being as good as I, Tonya?
I don't know. It's a different type of film, though.
Yeah, I know, but the rank system still counts.
This is the thing when I look for my rank system on like IMDb. That's like films are given 8. I'm like, that is better than 8, but it's not quite a 9.
This time next week, you will have forgotten all about this film, and you'll never think of it again.
I've almost already forgotten about the film.
Yeah, so have I.
That's what I'm finding hard to remember.
I'm racking my brains. I know.
We should have done this podcast as soon as we came out.
What was
I had a lot to say then.
What was the worst moment in the film for you?
The part where they had the standoff outside the entrance to the tomb. It just felt so wrong. And also, I noticed, it really bugged me, that shit like this, is when he was talking to her, the gun was up there. When he cuts a picture of her dad, the gun is down there.
Very well spotted.
1 out of 10.
But also, I thought she had that bow held back on that arrow so fucking much, and you just never saw her fight. And you're like, do you know, we know how strainful it is to hold that fucking bow back. She was doing it like it was fucking piece of cake, just walking around
She
like
fucking
just
like
holding
the
it.
monkey bars on a boat that's about to get smashed up on a rock.
I know, that was like, that's a video game fucking manoeuvre right there. Why are you monkey barring on that boat? You could have just jumped. Considering you leapt off the fucking bow of that thing. And that was the other thing. Why did you leap like that?
Quick question.
And on the trailer, I thought she was leaping from one boat to another. She's just leaping
Also,
in the sea.
the thing is, do you know that twisty thing? Do you know that twisty thing? They made quite a big thing that she left it behind. A camera focused on it and
then never came back to it.
And it never actually came back that she left that behind. It didn't mean anything. She remembered the code in her head and then opened the tomb.
That's true.
The whole film was a crock of shit. Is
I
what
did
we're
actually
saying.
think, she's going to get there later and be like, I don't know, I should have kept it.
And that thing when she crawled up, when they finally were going into the final tomb, and she crawled up the wall and she was sliding it all over. It's like, yes, this would be tedious at best if I was playing the video game. Watching it on a fucking film is like, fuck off.
And the ladder's just like...
I know, the ladders.
Do you know what I wanted?
There
was one moment I really wanted for her to pick up a little spot, you know, spikes, the flame on the top, and walk around like that.
Oh yeah,
that would have been like a nice touch instead of using torches.
Do you know what I thought might have happened? You played Uncharted. I would have loved it if she met Nathan Drake. That would have raised it up a point, maybe 2. If she'd met Nathan Drake, you'd be like, "Fuck, oh yes," because that's the same world. But see, Nathan Drake now, they should make... If they made you play Uncharted, man.
I know of Uncharted.
So Uncharted, if they made a film of Uncharted, I think, okay, I'll go and see that. Because it's current.
And
now.
it'd be just the
Tomb
same.
Raider's so dated.
It'd be just the same.
It probably would.
Come on,
but like...
It probably would.
Yeah, but I feel like they might do it a bit...
But see, actually, no. Because Nathan Drake, when you're playing the Uncharted game, it's so cinematic in itself. That was a better movie than Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but you
playing the video game.
The quick thing, you're more interactive, but also how long does it take to complete a game for Uncharted? About 15 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't. That's 2 hours. It's like
you get invested. That's what it is.
And also, the writing was terrible with the sprout thing. The sprout thing.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
It was kind of all right at first.
Dad loves you.
Yeah.
It's like, just say I love you. Why are you talking to yourself in the third person?
I know.
You stupid idiot.
I know. Yeah. Say I love you. Yeah.
Dad loves you.
Totally.
So he doesn't actually love her. That's why, because he doesn't want to say it
He's
himself.
not her dad.
Yes.
He's not her dad. Actually, fucking Walter Goggins was. He was a dad. That's a twist. But they left that on the cutting room floor.
From the bit where the guns in the pawn shop right to the end, that's where I was like,
That was the end,
this has
wasn't it?
ruined it.
That was
no,
the end.
the end.
Literally,
was,
she holds them up and goes, "I'll take 2 of them," and then the
oh
credits
yeah,
come up.
that was the last bit. Yeah.
No,
so
literally,
the bit before that, where she goes, "Oh my god, my company is part of the company that has ruined everything."
It went down before.
Oh my god.
I
got to go to work. I got work to do.
Yeah, I've got work to do.
And
no,
it's like,
please, you don't.
Just leave it. We don't even care. We haven't even met this woman.
Yeah,
we don't even know this woman. Why is it such a big deal?
The villain in the next film is your mum. Oh.
The mum was dead.
It wasn't the mum.
Oh, who was that?
I don't know.
Someone who looks after the film went downhill.
Cunt.
I thought, okay, it was all right. It could have been saved a bit more. I'd probably give it a 6. Like when you said us at the beginning of the film, what we give it, we all said a 6. Do you know the point where the guy stands up and then you see it's a little cog in the bottom?
Yeah.
I think from that moment onwards, the film went straight down.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit.
From that moment, it was like, this is just stupid now.
That's what
and then from then on, it was a very rushed
park.
ending, and then it went on to the thing about the rushed ending with the woman and turning up another film, and then it went to her having the guns. And from that moment, I thought, okay, you open the tomb, now this is the big reveal, this is where it's actually going to go. There was a pathetic shootout for a bit, and then it ended.
Why the fuck was that body like an amusement park? And he's like...
I know. I know.
Just sitting up like a haunted house.
It was for a jump scare at the time, but
also, like, the people who were meant to have died of the disease suddenly just reanimated. Like, all right, we're in a horror film now.
Yeah,
we've got a question over here.
We've got a question. Well, no, we can't do questions yet. We'll go to the questions after we've done the film.
Are we finished with Tomb Raider?
I was finished with it halfway through the fucking
I think
movie.
we're done. I think we're done.
So what's your final ranking then?
2.
I'll give it a 4 now.
C.
I'm going to give it a very nice 5.
Okay.
All right, you stuck fast.
That's fair enough.
Fine.
Either
way, whoever's opinion you go with, you fucking don't watch that film.
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
We'll all agree on that bit. It's not worth it.
All right, go watch it just to see.
We've actually, I think our summary.
What did she say to him? What was the question?
Do you speak English?
No, she said, do you know where I can find Lee, whatever his name was? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
His hat was huge, man. Oh, that was the best.
Do you know what would have been better? If it was like someone really famous and that was like a quick cameo. And you get covered up the hat.
Man, you found out that was De Niro.
It was like Jackie Chan.
His Frankenstein shoes. Anyway, that's the end.
End of Tomb Raider.
End of Tomb Raider.
What do we go to?
Rubbish. Right, we're going to... What have we been watching?
What have we been watching?
Do you want to find out what we've been watching, big boy?
Oh yeah, tell me. Tell me what's hot right now.
I finished with The Sinner. It was alright, it was very good. It did unveil a bit more compared to what we said last week, where they thought they released it all in one big go, but it did get a lot better.
It's very good.
It is very good. I would recommend it.
It's very good.
It's a good murder mystery.
I can't see a second season.
That's when I finished it. I looked on IMDb and it said it had a second season. I thought, where is this going? I can't possibly just leave it. It really annoys me now. It's like everything gets big. Just leave it with one series. That's all it needs.
Smashing that table.
He's smashing the table. He feels passionate about it, but I agree.
And also, the husband in it is just Jon Snow, just a poor man's Jon Snow. Kit Harington.
Don't get the reference.
I'm going to show you a picture of him.
You're recording, you can't.
Yeah, I can. I can do everything.
This is where the sound on the podcast gets muffled while Adam Googles a picture of a character in The Sinner who looks like Jon Snow, apparently.
Look, that is Jon Snow.
Looks nothing like the cunt. He's got a beard and some hair.
No.
That's Shia LaBeouf.
That's him in The Sinner. That is Jon Snow.
Alright, if you say so.
Okay.
Back to the recording.
I agree with you.
Put it down.
Put it down softly. There.
You look at Tony Montana.
Tony Montana. Oh, Tony Montana. Montana.
I
Realty
watched
Company.
Animal Kingdom.
Hey, and?
It was... Okay, the only thing is, going into it, you've hyped this up so much over the years. It was very good, but it was just very good.
And what would you
It
give
is
that?
very good.
What would you give that out of 10?
I want to say like an 8 point something.
Well, that's still high.
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah. It wasn't like you kind of made it out to be one of your favourite films. It kind of just, I don't know, it just kind of went along for a bit, and it just trundled a bit, and it's like, where was it actually going? Is this going to go him going after the cops? Well, after the work with the cops, was it working with his family? The best bit of the film was the very end. The very last.
Yeah.
It just has
That was the
great
best part.
moments. Great moments.
That last couple of seconds. I was suddenly like, oh shit, and then ended.
But imagine then, like, I'd never heard about it and or spoke to you about it, and you just stumbled upon it.
I would recommend it to people. I've told people about it since as well, so it's like, it's a film that I recommend you to watch.
Ben Mendelsohn has It's great. Pope's a great character. Before even Bloodline and stuff, man. Like Pope is like, whoa, who's scary?
I just didn't feel like the main character was the kid.
I
didn't feel anything for him, and it's a bit like.
What did he have? Autism or something?
Yeah, something like that.
No,
not that you're not supposed to like him.
He was just troubled.
Careful.
He was just troubled.
He was troubled.
But yeah,
what did he have? He wasn't autism.
I don't think he did have autism.
No, he didn't
No,
have
what
anything.
was
It was just
No, he
boring
didn't have
and
anything.
annoying.
He was just kind of. He was a bit like secluded. He was just. But it was like you're meant to latch to him and feel for him about the film.
He was a bit socially awkward.
Yeah, but
That's how we feel about you.
it could have been very good.
I watched The Danish Girl, which I stuck on, and I was very surprised by because I did enjoy it, despite Eddie Redmayne being highly annoying. Like in the opening 5-10 minutes of it, I was like, Eddie Redmayne, you're so fucking annoying. By the end of it, I was like, well, you were kind of good, but like, it's like you're just playing a woman all the time anyway. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it was fine. But I watched all of Black Mirror, the most recent season.
Oh, good.
And it's the worst one yet.
Yeah, it is the worst.
One good episode. What one do you think it is?
I'm not going to say the space one or the one with the guy from
The space one was good.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, both of them two.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
They're the two
that's
good
what I was
ones.
thinking. Yeah.
The rest
the other ones had very good ideas. The worst one was the one with the robot dog.
Yeah, the black and white one. What was that about?
that was a very. But the last one was kind of alright because it brought everything back together, and it's the girl.
Well,
and
I
it's
thought it was
the
a
girl
bit
from Black
boring.
Panther as well.
It was a little bit showy as well. That last one was a little bit like Charlie Brooker going, "Oh yeah, look at what I can do." Like it's like, yeah, we fucking.
It's
know
the thing
that
is,
you
it's
do
become
this
really
stuff.
big now, Black Mirror, and it's kind of almost got too big.
I
for
wish it
itself.
was all British. I wish none of it was American. It was all British.
Because the best of
episodes.
that one, the guy from Peaky Blinders, is a British episode. Isn't it?
Yeah. I know,
I did like the first episode though. It was good, and then you see Aaron Paul at the end of it.
Yeah, and I clocked it as soon as he spoke. I was like, that's fucking Aaron Paul.
He's got a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
He has.
It's like bitch.
And I feel like there was something else that I watched or finished up, but I can't remember what it was. They're the main things that I watched.
Okay.
Scent of a Woman.
What have I
We'll watch
watched?
Shape of Water.
I watched Shape of Water.
Oh,
And
Murder on
I
the
very much
Express.
enjoyed it.
Loved it. I knew you'd
I
say
very
that.
much enjoyed it.
Knew
It's
you'd say
it's
that.
almost like watching like a Hammer House horror.
Is it?
Why are you shaking like that? Yeah, it was good.
So it's a
It
horror.
was entertaining. No, it's not horror. But
nothing
it's
like-
like that kind
nothing
of
like
style.
watching a house
It's
of- a Hammer horror
It's
then.
almost like watching like an old like Frankenstein kind of film.
Get out of
It's
here.
got that kind of feel. It's also very weird, but I kind of like it. Like there's full on like sex with a
Oh, shit.
with a sea beast.
It seems
talking about how his penis comes out and everything like that.
It
What
just seems,
for, man?
it
Why
just
do you
seems
need to
very
see that?
poncy, very like you just said, irrelevant,
Oh, yes.
and just very Oscar-y.
No, but I thought that as well. But I really enjoyed watching it.
I don't know.
You fell in love with a
Hey,
romance.
what about this? What about this? Would you say it's better than Three Billboards?
Yes.
No.
I don't see how.
I don't even have to see
Three
it to know
Billboards
it's
is one of
not.
the best films I've seen in a
It can be
while.
better
Have
than
you
Three
seen Shape of
Billboards.
Water?
No, but I don't see how it can
Exactly.
be.
So how can
So
you
is it better
say
than
you haven't seen
Itonia?
it? Yeah, better than Itonia.
So is it the best film you've seen this year?
Best Oscar film.
No, best film. Best new film you've seen this year. Shape of Water.
I can't even think what else I've seen.
All the stuff that we've watched for the
Logan.
podcast.
From all I
this
can
year.
think of
Logan.
right now.
And Logan was last year.
Justice
No,
League.
last year. No, because
Yeah, but
Justice
it's all
League.
in the
Justice
same-
League.
it's
Justice
all-
League had flaws.
It's
so
all
I
in the
can't
same.
do that.
It's in the same Oscar year. Let's talk about it like that then. Logan
Oscar-
was nominated for Oscars this
Oscar
year.
year, Logan. But it's not this year, so I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say Shape of Water because it's the thing I've rated highest out of everything I've watched.
What did you give it? If you put it on
I
IMDb,
think I gave
what
it
do
9.
you-
It's horses for courses, man, because he would like that. Whereas Phantom
You
Threads
cuddle up with Zoe,
will
or
be
what do you
better
think
than
about
that.
Which I'll be watching soon, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Shape of Water. I also watched Murder on the Orient Express.
Don't say nothing because I want to watch that.
Do you know
I'm
actually
not
what
going to say
happened
anything
to
about
them?
it. I liked
Well,
it.
no,
I liked
I
it.
don't want to know who does any of the killings or anything. I'm completely oblivious to that stuff. You liked it?
I liked it, yeah, it's good.
Good. So you watched it?
No, yeah, but I know what happened.
Well, don't say
With
nothing.
the original one.
You're awful. I haven't watched the original.
Yeah, it's fun.
We were trying to go and see it at Luna Cinema.
And also it leads on to, they're going to do another one.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
They're doing it anyway. It's already been in
Well, I know
production.
Poirot doesn't die at the end.
It's already in
I
production.
like Suchet. I like David Suchet.
They're doing,
the
they're
old
doing
Poirot.
they're doing the next one.
Murder
Death on the Nile.
Yeah, Death on the Nile.
That's not what it's called, is it?
Definitely
Yeah.
Piccadilly line.
Death on the Nile. What's this one called? Murder, death. Yeah, it's death.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
We got work to do.
Yes.
You're not just any craft.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
You have a responsibility.
That's all I've
Very
got to
good.
say. Does that mean we're moving on to letters?
Letters.
How many have you got this
Letters.
week?
Theme tune.
Letters.
Fucking read it there. Fucking read them there. Yeah.
These three males just received emails.
Well, what are we supposed to do about it?
fucking read them.
Okay, so our first letter
What are you doing?
we've only got one letter, and then we can read some people's comments on
Very
the
good.
live. So
That's
our
right.
letter is from Scott Redding, and he asks, why does Nicolas Cage star in such terrible films apart from Con Air and obviously Face Off? But he didn't say that.
Well, you better field that question as the Nicolas Cage expert.
You
Well-
better, because you won't be living in this house
Because he
anymore.
loves the money. That's it.
And he's also
He
not
loves
a,
the money.
He's not a very good actor though.
But he has done some
Even
good films.
in those films, the films are good. He's not good.
Can I tell you right now? I'm going to list you always good films. Con Air, Face Off,
How about we do a better game?
Matchstick Men,
Haven't seen it.
Lord of War.
Racing
Haven't seen
Arizona.
it.
I've got a better game.
I can give or take
I've got a
that, so I
better
don't really
game.
care about it.
How about you name as many Nicolas Cage films as you can
No,
until you run out.
No, because
Go on, go.
No, I'm not doing that game because me and Zoe play that game and
but
we
you see
laughed
how
for
good
so
you-
long.
You
Yeah, but
blitzed it. He's blitzed it.
How
We'll
many
be
do
here
you
all
reckon
night.
you could do?
We'll be here all
How many do
night.
you reckon you could do before
We
you
named
run out?
Fits.
pretty much all of them apart from like 5.
You dropped out the best one.
Yeah, go on. I hadn't finished. I got interrupted by this young
Go on
buck.
then. Say another.
Stay another day.
8mm is a good one.
I didn't care about that one so much.
It was alright.
It was fine. It was-
James Gandolfini.
I didn't like the end. I thought the end was very let down.
Can't remember it.
The criminal was like, oh, him.
I can't remember.
He was exactly.
Can't remember.
What about leaving Las Vegas?
Give or take.
This is not the film. You're not saying the film that I
He
mean.
got an Oscar for that
Yeah,
film,
that's why I said it.
but I give or take it. It's fine.
Pick the correct films. I don't think you've seen it. Adaptation.
Oh yeah, it's all right.
That's his best one, mate. Adaptation. Put your
I don't
hand
really
up.
care for Nicolas Cage. I've seen a couple of films.
And then Kick
but-
Ass. That's your favourite.
Yeah.
Told you.
Adaptation is very clever. Very clever film.
But anyway, to answer the question, he makes bad films because he wants the money,
Yeah.
and that's all he cares about.
Like De Niro nowadays. He just
And it's
makes
also
the
like
money.
Samuel Jackson. He likes the money.
Yeah.
No,
That's
Samuel
why-
Jackson,
that's why he's one of the
he said he
highest
just
paid
loves
actors.
He just loves acting, apparently.
That's bullshit because Samuel Jackson.
Him
ain't
and what's
acting
his
half the
name?
time.
Oh, there's another actor who said he's never ever turned down a film role.
Yeah. Who's
He's really
that?
famous.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, he's never turned down a film
Never
role.
turned down a film role. Whatever script he gets, he does.
No one sends him scripts anymore because he'd never seen any
Yeah,
films.
but the thing is, there must be like, if you're like an amateur actor, like you made a film, you send it to him and he might say, yeah.
I know. Well, we should try.
It must
we
go past his
we
PA.
should invite him onto our next podcast. See if Christopher Walken wants to talk on our next podcast.
Yes, so we've got a question from Jenny
From the block.
Emily.
Jenny Emily.
Right, and
Block.
she's asking, is there a film you guys can all agree deserves 10 out of 10?
Guaranteed, I can say you won now.
Go on him.
Go on.
Go on. Here's the game. We each
Okay,
got
yeah,
wait.
yeah, yeah.
Without
Okay, we're all
being
gonna say-
prompted by the
yeah.
others.
Okay.
We each say one film that we know the others give 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, no,
Ready?
I can't.
And we're all going to say the same film.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Goodfellas.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh,
Oh, what did you say?
Fuck
Reservoir
Club.
Dogs.
Well, that's all 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would
We all
actually
got 10
give
out of
everyone
10.
on this.
That
Reservoir
was
Dogs,
so easy.
Goodfellas and Fight Club. Very
Yeah,
good.
10 out of 10.
But actually, Goodfellas is the only one that I'm less sure
Shut
about. But
up.
I'm pretty sure I'd give it
Shut
10.
up.
I
Really?
probably would give it 10, but I mean, Reservoir Dogs
What
and
about
Fight
other
Club are
films? So we've
always
got
there.
these three. Let's discuss other ones.
What's an unusual one that we might not
Would you
realise?
give Dark Knight 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
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 Last Jedi.
Good one.
No.
Shut up.
Tomb Raider.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up.
There must be other ones though.
What
gotta think of all the
would you give
classics.
Sling Blade. You wouldn't give that 10 out of 10, would you?
No. 7 or 8.
What's something you give 10 out of 10 that you don't think much people would?
I know what you give 10 out of 10.
What?
American Psycho.
I don't think I'd give it a 10. I'd give it a very high 9.
No, you give it a 10.
I'd give American
you-
Psycho a 9.
Oh, come on, guys.
American Psycho a 9.
Come on.
There is just. I love American Psycho so much, but there's just something there that niggles me. Like Lord of the Rings.
No.
Come on, boy.
What about like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Well, yeah, that's
give it a
that's
10.
a 10. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
10.
a 10.
Like, I'm just trying to think for like IMDb. You don't like Shawshank, do you?
No, not really.
Good. Godfather.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. You won't give it 10 out of 10.
I would.
Oh, you would?
Would you give The Godfather 2 a 10 out of 10?
No, I'd give
9.
Yeah,
You'd give
I think it
You'd
is.
give Godfather 3 10 out of 10.
yeah, I would.
I know you would.
Just to annoy people.
Dog Day Afternoon, 10 out of 10.
I'd give it...
I'll give it very high. It's a very underrated film.
Very high, but
That's
No,
not
no,
an
no.
answer.
It is,
I know.
like, I
Give
know,
it-
I'm saying
give it-
numerically, he's fucking
If
with
I
us
give
numerically.
half, I'll give it
9
8.5.
What about
12 Angry Men.
yeah,
That's
10
a
out of
favourite-
10.
That's a favourite. I love that
10
film
out of
so
10.
much.
12 Angry Men.
I just think it's just brilliant. Like the way
It
it's
is
all
brilliant. It is brilliant. But it's not a film. It's a film I've watched and I go, oh, that was really good. But it's not one that I go, oh, I can't wait to watch that again.
You just open up your collection and see
What did you two think of Glengarry Glen Ross? Score-wise? 7. That caught in my throat. 7.
I know. I wouldn't give it a 10, but
What'd you give
the
it?
only thing I'm going to say,
watch it again.
I'll give it a 9 because it was just, I don't know.
9 is fine. 9 is
It's
fine.
very few times in recent times I put on a film and then been completely engrossed, start to finish. Like, it hasn't,
It's
like...
high praise. It's high praise.
So, sometimes you watch a film, you partway through the film, you do start to wander a little bit.
Yeah. It's because it's so fucking
it's
energetic
so quick,
all
and
the way
it's
through
the 2
with
acts, and it's
dialogue.
only like, it's almost 2 short films put together.
Yes.
It should be like 2 parts. If it was made now, it'd probably be split into 2 parts.
It's true.
But it's just like, I don't know, I just thought it was very good. Oh, I watched a film the other day, I'm just saying that, Moon. I watched Moon last night.
Moon, almost a 10. 9 maybe. Maybe 8. 8 borderline 9.
The only
9.
thing is with Moon, I'd say now, is you've watched like 2001,
Yes.
and then you've watched like The Martian, for example, now.
And 2001 probably gets about a 7.
Yes, I'd probably agree.
I almost fell
think
asleep in it. I was in the BFI cinema, very comfortable seats, and it was just like...
you probably need to see that in that sort of setting, though, I think.
It was like, but the seats are too comfortable for that. They recline.
Was it
and
the
everything.
IMAX?
No, it was just the main cinema.
Oh, Lord.
But it was too comfortable to watch a film, like 3 hours long.
But
But yeah, so I've watched, like, you see 2001 and you see The Martian, and now I've seen Moon in that order. And it kind of feels like, yes, it probably would be.
Yes.
But once you've seen them 3 times, it's almost... But it's got that added layer
The
to
Martian
it.
wasn't very nice.
It was alright, but the Moon's got that other layer to it where it's suddenly like, you're not just about being stuck on the planet, it's all about 3 levels of people almost you get going.
What about American History X?
See, the thing is with
10.
a 10,
Yeah, 10.
I don't know, but it doesn't make me want to watch. It's like,
I'll watch that.
No, because I've watched it so many times. So I
Yeah.
had to.
I watched it and I really want to watch it again, but I don't really want to watch it again like every so often. When I look at my film catalogue, I'm like, it's just kind of...
You got a catalogue?
Yes, he goes into the index.
I asked Argos to do it
He
for
goes
me.
to Argos, yeah, and orders it.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
you know
so
what
there's
I mean?
lots of 10s out of 10s there. Plenty 10s out of 10s.
But we're making
We
a
agree
whole
on
podcast out of this.
We agree on the
subject.
10s out of 10s.
That was a good question. Guys, you can get in touch with us too and send your letters and questions to @FilmBustersPod, to Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, or you can email us at filmbusters@outlook.com.
Oh, he did very well to finish that while Adam was tickling you.
Yes. And that is the end of the podcast.
This was quite an experience. Face to
That was our
face for the first time.
Our first live and our first face-to-face podcast.
Finish it on a nice line.
Go on, what's the nice line? See you next week.
That's in the bathroom by the bathroom sink.
The last line is... Got some work to do.
You've got some work to do, Sprouts. That's it.
We cross have responsibilities.
Yes. What was her shit line at the end? I'm
some
not.
work to do.
When she killed that guy, something.
I'll cut your tongue out.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a callback to the
She
three
said,
Japanese
say
guys
hello
at
to your
uni."
father. You can tell him yourself.
Oh, is that what happened?
She said that because he said hello
Yeah,
to your
but
father.
then
and then the big explosion came along. She grabbed the... That was actually quite cool.
It
Grabbed
was
the
all
finger out,
shit.
shoved it down his throat.
No, it was so
Even though
obvious.
It was obvious, and you can't bang a fucking gemstone down someone's throat and then start
It was
going,
a finger.
a gemstone.
It was a finger.
Finger.
What?
Gemstone.
She took... But the thing was in a plastic bag. It was in a still plastic
I thought it
bag.
was one of them stones she put
Okay,
into the
let's
hole.
go
in the
back.
wall.
So the finger was in a still plastic bag. You only get the infection if you touch the body.
So how did she get the infection? How did she
Because
not
she
get
took
the
the bag was
She
sealed.
smashed the bag.
And she put the bag in his mouth. That bag would then not be...
I didn't see
Put
her
it this way, we're getting
smashing
technical.
any bag.
She took it out of his pocket and put it down his throat and then kicks him. But you'd also think you wouldn't react straight away because your stomach acid wouldn't degrade the bag. It hits your
No, but it
stomach.
touched him.
Yeah, but it was in a sealed bag. So if she didn't get
so
hit...
it would take a
So
while.
it came out the bag.
Oh, fuck
No, I
that
don't know.
shit.
Bollocks to that.
It's not popcorn.
Anyway, this film's rated very low.
And what do you think about popcorn in the cinema now that you complained about it in
These
the live
two,
one?
oh yeah, I forgot to say, these two ate popcorn in the cinema, and it was very annoying to me when they bought the popcorn in the cinema.
It hurt his feelings a
they
bit.
were very respectful in the cinema.
And there were some youths in the cinema that are very respectful.
There were
as well.
youths in the cinema, which I wasn't impressed with, but they were very respectful. It's
Shout out to them if they're listening.
generally going to the cinema in Stevenage was a very pleasant experience.
Good.
Much more pleasant than going to the cinema in London.
Lovely.
It was a pleasure to go to the cinema with you both.
Was indeed.
Highly fanciful.
FilmBusters.